What's going on? Welcome back to Random Binder. This is Chris coming at you with another video, and today we are talking about Sony's State of Play for February, 12th, 11th, 12th, 10th, 12th, 12th, 2025. And yeah, basically I just kind of wanted to run through the announcements I was very excited about. As a whole, I'm very hyped. This is literally, I just finished it. Told my fiance, A, how many games I'm excited about, and B, how many of those games are coming out after our wedding when I'll be a husband. It's absolutely insane to me. So it's pretty funny. I think one of those was like Sonic All-Stars Racing transformed across worlds or whatever. And that's not exactly like what I expected to trigger my, a new chapter in my life, a definitive moment in my life is chapter bookended by a new Sonic racing game. But I'm just gonna run through. I'm not gonna go through every single game. For starters, Monster Hunter Wilds is just a big disclaimer that I really put like 2 hours into Monster Hunter World and it didn't quite click with me. And when it comes out, I have Monster Hunter World again on PS4, PS5 from PS Plus. The collection they did, whatever. I'll play the old games when the new one comes out. So, just know that not necessarily every single one of these games is going to be for me. But, so I'm just going to talk through what I'm personally excited about. And the second game that they showed, which I think might be behind me now, I will be putting some gameplay trailers over my face in post, because there's no way I'm going to talk about each of these perfectly. But this trailer behind me is truly like one of my favorites of the show. I'll try to give a ranking at the end, like a top 3 to top 5. But the art style, I hope they keep like the hip hop influence. I'm sure. I really hope. I haven't looked at online at all. I really hope that there's none of the Prince of Persia, Forgotten Crown, Lost Crown. Lost Crown sounds right. I think it's back here. Hold on. We're gonna go with the Lost Crown. We're going with that. Anyways, people hated that trailer when it came out because they used like a license-free like hip-hop song, and people just hated that. But absolutely love the art style. I think it's so unique in the terms of like action platformer, side-scrolling platformer, Metroidvania, presumably. This is truly like a fresh approach, which you don't see much these days. So, 100% excited about this. Quick programming note is I was stuck at, not the DMV, but the car dealership, getting my car maintenance today. Don't yell at me for getting ripped off of the car. It's whatever, it's fine. And I want to do challenges like, only play one system, for an entire week. And one of those is going to be Sega Genesis. So I want to play through, I guess that would technically be a Master System game, but Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi, and Shinobi 3. I don't know if I'll do them all in 1 week, but that's I think the next... I have the actual Sega Genesis. I have the Sega Genesis Mini Mark 1 and Mark 2. There's obviously the Genesis Online for Nintendo Switch, and then I have, a million emulation handhelds and the ROG Ally that can do great Sega Genesis emulation, so I think I will lead with that, maybe even this upcoming week. So I think that sounds very fun to me. So yeah, I don't remember if they said, of course I don't have release dates on all of these. I don't think it has a release date. It was just a revealed trailer, but they had shown it during a big conference earlier, maybe a Summer Game Show, where that was like the super game, or not the super game, but the Sega is Back initiative, basically. I'm already rambling. Extremely excited about Shinobi. That's definitely a top 5 for me. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which this is behind me right now. Honestly, the graphics look stunning. It's hard to tell on YouTube these days. They kept compressing like really hard, but I'm so used to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I forgot how beautiful like Sonic graphics can be, and how great Sega can how great it is when Sega can really make the most of, a high-end platform. So I don't think it's a day one, but it's I feel weird about Sega All-Star Racing and Sega All-Star Racing Transformed. I just wasn't locked into any Sega stuff at that time. I think that was during / after the Sonic Unleashed era. That I was just completely out on Sonic and, not really keeping up. I think I might have still been in my SmackDown versus Raw era, my NBA 2K11, 2K13 era at that point. And I never played any of these games. I think I played a little bit of Sonic Racing in college, but long story short, I'll definitely be checking that out when it's inevitably on a sale, whatever that Black Friday is. I don't think, there's no release date here. This next game took me by surprise so hard. Bandai Namco, I was like, oh, is this a Trails game? Or just Trails. Is this a Tales of game? My apologies. A Tales of game, and I was like, this looks stunning. And it's a Digimon game, and I think this is one of the loudest pops of the day. I would say, if you're a wrestling guy, or if you're a wrestling person, one of the top 3 like outbursts of me was this Digimon game. And I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! This past week. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the 2000s anime. So this definitely makes me want to like finally watch through Digimon as well, like concurrently, and maybe check this game out, because I know they had that visual novel that I wasn't necessarily, Digimon Survive, that I'm not trying to jump on right away, but I think when that gets to $10-12, it's under 15 is, I'll actually consider checking that out. But this Digimon Story Time Stranger looks awesome, like so assuming the performance isn't terrible, like if it previews well, like that is a compelling game for whenever it comes out. I don't know if that's gonna be this year, if it's next year, but what I am excited about, which I think did get a release date, with a release date. That doesn't help me tech radar, it doesn't tell me what the release date is. Wow, it's great, thank you Kotaku, who'd have thought. Anyways, we'll see if I end up cutting that or not, but Lost Soul Aside is easily one of the, I think so, easily. Obviously it wasn't in this showcase, but I would put this right on par with Crimson Desert, Black Desert, Crimson Desert, with being the most remarkable video game I've seen, like the most next-gen thing I've seen in a long time. Launches, I don't know if March 30th is correct. That feels not correct at all. So I guess we'll have to see when the release date pops up. But it looks stunning. It looks too good to be true. And thankfully, it doesn't look entirely Soulsy. It looks like it could be an action like similar to Devil May Cry, maybe a little bit more, focused of a fighter. But the platforming, the traversal, I should say, with like the surfing and with like the flying looks absolutely sick. Can't believe this. Let's see. Lost Soul Aside. May 30th. What the fuck? Oh, they just did a typo. Good job, Kotaku. May 30th, not March 30th. Oh my god. Yeah, but still, a lot sooner than I thought. I thought they would give a nebulous a nebulous fall and then like delay their way into 2026. But yeah, that was probably the game of the show in terms of like, it has a release date, it has combat. Yeah, you can't. That's got to be the game of the show. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I'm currently playing Yakuza 0, so very exciting. But that's gonna be like a 20-30 game for me at this point. But the Dave the Diver DLC, I haven't played that Dave the Diver yet. I own it on Steam. I downloaded the Godzilla DLC for like all platforms before it went off. But the fact that it's a brawler is very cool. So love that. Moving on, Splitgate 2. I think there's a beta, but it looks really cool. We'll see if I play it. I'm assuming that's like a pay-to-play game. The first one I think was a cheaper game, but this isn't a good thing. I'll try to keep myself to 30 seconds. WWE 2K25 bringing the island, which is the same as like the neighborhood in NBA 2K, which is why I stopped playing that goddamn game, because instead of just having menus, you have this like slow, laggy, low budget Sims looking neighborhood where you can spend real money on microtransactions. Awful. But what doesn't look awful is Borderlands 4. It looks absolutely incredible. Can't wait. Here's Paul Heyman himself. He almost sold me on this god-awful idea. But Borderlands 4 looks sick. Randy Pitchford didn't piss me off too much during that presentation. And September, well, now Kotaku, I don't trust you anymore. But yeah, September 23rd sounds familiar. They're going to have a whole state of play going over all the abilities. I'm in. I played Borderlands last year when Borderlands 4 was announced, and I'm going to play Borderlands 2. I was going to play it like this upcoming week, but there's a couple games on PS5 I want to finish. So we'll see. But yeah, Borderlands 4, they spelled Borderlands wrong, so this Kotaku article is just going so well. But yeah, I can't wait. I don't think I'll be caught up by then, but maybe. We'll see. So if I play 2 and pre-sequel and 3, yeah, I think that's very doable. We'll see. We'll see if that's something I feel like doing, or if I want to wait for Borderlands 4 to be on sale. You know, it might go on sale Black Friday. I'll have to see what 2K ends up doing typically. But Split Fiction looks incredible. Ricky, if you're watching this, I'm going to be trying to play it with my buddy Ricky, but that comes out in March. We'll see how long that takes us. Directive 8020 looks incredible. I forgot. They did such a good job of making me forget that it's not Don't Nod. Is it Ready at Dawn? Hold on. No, not Ready at Dawn. They got bought by Meta and then I think closed down. They're the ones who did the Order 1886. So this, all right, whatever. You guys know the studio I'm talking about. That did Until Dawn. That did The Quarry. Anyways, not Don't Nod, the other one, but that studio. The graphics look phenomenal. Unfortunately, I don't know how much of that is in-engine or we saw like very small snippets of gameplay, but it looks incredible. And then I think it's a Dark Pictures game. But anyways, they did a great job making me forget that those Dark Picture games existed. I haven't heard amazing things about them as a whole, but yeah, I'm 100% down on it. I think it's just gonna wait till it's on a deeper sale, similar to the House of Ashes game with, I think, Ashley Tisdale. Looks incredible, but like I haven't heard the best things about it. I've heard some people say it was really great and underrated, and then others, not so much. The Five Nights at Freddy's game looks very cool visually, but I just can't play games like that. I'll have a heart attack. So maybe I'll watch a playthrough on YouTube of some of these games. I really like the art design, and like the fidelity is getting better and better. I know that a lot of people liked that, like Into the Pit, whatever it was called, last game. I think it was more of a shoot, whatever. People liked the last one, but what I did like was the Midnight Walk, which if I'm not mistaken, that's the studio that was behind the Lost in Random game that I ended up getting on PS5, and it looks absolutely stunning. It looks like impossibly good. The first person perspective scares me quite a bit, to be honest. I haven't even played through Little Nightmares all the way through yet, and that's I have no excuse, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But I'm glad it's not just PSVR 2. May 8th, that's not a good time for a multitude of reasons to be playing a scary game, so that'll be on the back burner, but super excited for it. That's, I think, a top 5. That's only the second time I've said that so far, I think. No, 3 times. Lost Soul Aside, so far, the unofficial rankings is Lost Soul Aside, Shinobi, and then honestly, Midnight Walk is probably number 2 there. Darwin's Paradox is a really cute showing. It was like an Octopus game from Konami. I always say Konami, so them saying Konami is interesting, but it's very cute. It's giving like a 2D side-scroller Octodad. It's like a little goofy with like the way the character moves, but I really liked the camouflage, the inking as a mechanic, so very excited for that. I don't know if I'm day one in, similar to Every Crab's Treasure. Love the art style, love the concept, and I think it's just the when the time and the price point is right, which I feel bad. I would love to get a day one. It is Konami. I don't know if they need I would like them making smaller games and not just Metal Gear and Pachinko machines, so we'll see. We'll see what the release date ends up being, or later this year, so we'll see, but I would very much like to play that as soon as possible. The Warriors Abyss, very cool. The roguelite Dynasty Warriors game sounds really cool. It looks like Hades, isometric combat. I would definitely check it out. It just depends on how much it is, but I don't think I'm doing that anytime soon. I'm still holding out for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, isometric roguelite to get a physical release, because I heard it's amazing from Mr. Matty Plays. I heard the story is very good, which is surprising. The art style is fantastic. The combat looks incredible, so I have Hades as well, so I'm gonna physically. I got that through not PNP. What the hell is it called? Video Games Plus. So I will be checking that out. before I check out Warriors Abyss. But very cool logo, and the art style looks pretty great. And I like how it's like still the Muso inspired, like hitting like dozens of enemies at once type of deal. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny, I love this. I hope they remaster the third one as well. I got I pre-ordered something on Video Games Plus and got the Onimusha Warlords 2020, 2021 remaster. No, it was definitely pre-2020. The remaster for PS4, so I got that, so I'll be playing that whenever the hell that shows up. I forget what pre-order it's tied to, but maybe the Messenger or something like that. But they did a reprint. But anyways, yeah, very excited for that. I'll play 1 and I'll play 2, and you know, if they have 3 come out before this next game, Onimusha Way of the Sword, which looks awesome. Definitely okay, another top 5. So we'll see if anything bumps out, you know, Shinobi or the Scary Clay game. But the combat in this looks great. At first I thought it was going to be very Ghost of Tsushima with the slow sword work there, but it ended up being funnier than I thought. And there was the one like look at the camera running away moment where I was like, oh, maybe it's just a throwaway, a little Japanese humor, but they want to keep it serious. And then they ended on a funny remark too. He's like, what got them all worked up? I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's very similar, where it's like incredibly stunning action scenes, but then like a little bit of quirky humor as well that makes me bust up laughing. So I'm actually even more excited. I'm sure there'll be people who don't like it, will say it's woke or some dumb shit, I don't know, but I'm personally very excited for it for 2026. Like that's definitely, you know, of the games I can remember, it's definitely up there. And I plan on, you know, their plan is working great. I plan on playing like every Onimusha game I can get my hands on between now and then, so that's perfect. Metal Gear Solid, yeah, I still gotta play literally all those games. Hell Is Us. Ooh, Hell Is Us looks incredible. At first I thought it was Death Stranding, and then I feel bad because like I was like, oh, what is this? And then it cut to that guy with the drone that we saw last State of Play. So I went, oh, it's that game. Which I couldn't tell if it was gonna be like a Helldivers type, but like a single player campaign. It's not this one, is it? No. And it looks insane. It looks so good. The art, the character design of some of the villains. There was so much stuff going on in this trailer. But yeah, Hell Is Us looks absolutely stunning. Is definitely did they come out with a release date? Almost certainly not. But September 4th. So yeah, it's real. Oh my god, the fucking Ape Escape. Yeah, everything looks incredible. This guy smoking the cigarette, he looks like a guy from Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah, some of these cutscenes are beautiful. The combat looks tight and not too Souls-like. It's definitely seems like more of a character action game. Kind of like, my goal for it is like, hopefully it's similar to Horizon Zero Dawn in terms of the combat and the story. Yeah, the graphics are so good. And I know a lot of this stuff, unfortunately, it's so dark too. Like that guy just hanging from a noose. There's so much dark imagery. This reminds me of what I thought that there's another game, the game from Housemarque, is like, oh, this is what I thought Death Stranding was going to be. And then Death Stranding ended up being very strange and obtuse in a walking simulator, which I haven't played it yet. I can't wait to play it before Death Stranding 2 on the Beach comes out. But yeah, this looks so good to me. And like, obviously it could come out and be like, you know, kind of light in the gameplay, similar to Hellblade, but we will see. Yeah, if it's truly September 3rd, September 4th, then that's up there. I think we're starting to bump out some really awesome games, so might end up being in top 10. Liza P DLC. I haven't beat Liza P yet. Please don't. I wasn't going to bring that up. Please don't spoil anything for me. Dreams of Another, very cool concept, the pixel junk thing. It was giving like dreams. The fact that they have the word dreams in it is funny. Very interesting. I don't know what to make of it. If it's packed into PS Plus, then maybe I'll check it out. Days Gone Remastered, whatever. I haven't played it yet. I own it on PS4 physically, so I'll end up honestly taking them up on that. You know, I understand why that's not that exciting of a concept. They ran through these real quick. The DLC for Stellar Blade, don't care. Oh, Kotaku just crashed. Stellar Blade, I just said that. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, at least like it is episodic, and I guess they're not coming out that far apart from each other, but I'll definitely be waiting until that's like all done. Blueprints, didn't care about that. Abiotic Factory, don't care about that. Classics, cool that they have the Armored Core games. I hope they add more. I'm not subscribed to that. Tides of Annihilation. Now the problem with this, I'm gonna leave this as a what's it called? Oh, that's Slides B. So I'm gonna leave Tides of Annihilation as a honorable mention because I don't know how real that is. I think it just said wish list. They don't even have like a year on it. I don't remember if there was any actual like concrete gameplay or not, or if a lot of it was like pre-rendered. Metal Eden looks sick because it's a first-person shooter. So I'm definitely in for that. It doesn't make the top 5. It would make the top 10. I'm just here for a first-person shooter. It reminded me of something. At first, I gotta be honest, this is a big feather in its cap. At first, I thought it was Marathon, but it was just some random, some random first-person shooter. I forget who it was by. Is it Nacon is the publisher? But either way, it looks very cool. Mind's Eye was a big one. Okay, so this is the second to last since the last like real fucking game trailer, which I guess they're gonna show more gameplay in the future. But Mind's Eye is giving like Grand Theft Auto, but like Watch Dogs like, I'll call it, because I think a Grand Theft Auto like is so tough to like, such a tough bar to hit at this point. But even just like a little bit of Watch Dogs, a little bit of just like a third person shooter with driving, like Mafia's coming out, a little bit of that. I am over the moon excited about that. So that would make these are all making the mythical top 10. And then I'll just end with Saros. I was stoked to see it was Rahul Kohli. I thought I recognized him, and I was like, let me make sure it's him, and they ended up saying it in the little post doc, the post, them talking about the game. But yeah, they didn't show anything really. So once again, it reminded me of the vibes of that first Death Stranding trailer where he's on the beach and they have the whales and the hands and the crazy stuff. But like, at least we know that this will be, and they even said it like, similar to Returnal style combat. I own Returnal physically. I'm excited to play it. I think that, they said 2026. We'll see if that comes. But I'll focus on the excitement of Mind's Eye. Very cool. I don't remember. Leslie Benzies is the former president of Rockstar North. Very cool. So that makes a lot more sense why it was so Grand Theft Auto-y. But yeah, so Saros, unfortunately, I think this is going to be a whipping boy. I really hope the internet isn't annoying about it being woke just because it's I'm gonna say South Asian protagonist Rahul Kohli. I don't know if he's Australian. I don't remember where he hails from. Let's see. English. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry. He is English. You're right. I knew he had an accent. It was either British or Australian, and I went with the wrong side of the world. But yeah, stoked for him that he's 6'4". Good for him. Jesus Christ, he's from London. My bad, Rahul. I haven't seen any podcasts with him on it in a long time. But so if I had to narrow it down to the top 10, it would be, no particular order. Definitely Mind's Eye, and we're going with hopefully stuff with gameplay. Mind's Eye, Metal Eden, that's 2. Tides of Annihilation, I'm going to leave off. So I would say the spooky game, that's 3. I would say Dreams of Another would make the top 10, I'm sure, but whatever. Hell is Us. So Hell is Us, bona fide game of the show caliber game. I'm actually almost most excited for that. And then the Scary Walk game. Onimusha. Ooh, this is tough. So Onimusha. Oh my god, I love the Octopus game. Shout out to the Octopus game. The Midnight Walk. Midnight Walk's up there. I think I'd put Midnight Walk above like the shooter game. The space game was really sick, but we barely saw Directive 8020. We barely saw any combat for that. Split Fiction, incredible. Borderlands 4. Ooh my god. So yeah, I would have to think about this, but off the bat, I would say Lost Soul Aside number 1. Hell is Us number 2. Mind's Eye number 3, coming in hot. I would say that's number 3. I think I can't wait to play that game. It looks quite real. And then 4 would be 4 in terms of stuff we saw a lot of gameplay for. Like I want to say Onimusha. Shinobi. Shinobi is easily 4, and then honestly a lot of cool stuff like Borderlands is realistically up there, but we'll see how it goes from like a writing perspective from all this. So I gotta give Shinobi its flowers, and then it's not a Year Walk. I know that's a indie game on Steam that I haven't played because I'm scared because it's about like a goat person. But the Long Walk, no, the Midnight Walk. The Midnight Walk I'm keeping in there at 5, arguably 4. I would put that at 4 and Shinobi at 5. It looks like it's gonna scare the shit out of me, but so you go Shinobi, A Midnight Walk, Mind's Eye, Hell Is Us, and Lost Soul Aside is finally coming out. Can't believe it. Alright, I went over time on this video, but thank you so much. Oh wow, perfect. Oh, just kidding. What's happening? Oh. Anyways, that is all. So I would say it's a successful show. The only problem is the Housemarque game ending the show was a horrible idea. They shouldn't have done that. They should have ended with Lost Soul Aside, or probably Lost Soul Aside. Like, what were they doing? Like, you see that PlayStation Studios logo? I went, oh shit, here it is. Thinking we get like multiple. They've done this multiple times where they end with like one PlayStation Studio game. So you think like, oh, this is the PlayStation showcase that happened a couple years back with Wolverine and with Spider-Man 2 and all that. It was like Herman Hulst came on screen, was like, here's all the PlayStation Studio stuff. So I'm kind of like, oh, we're gonna get at least like 2 games, and you know, we're gonna see what some of these studios are working on, or like an update on some of these games. Nothing on Wolverine is awful. Nothing on Wolverine is so disappointing. You know, people were saying that Wolverine was gonna come out in like 2024, 2020. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. So yeah, that definitely left like a bitter taste in my mouth. And luckily I've talked through all these games. I'm very excited about so many of them, at least 10 to 12 if you count like the action roguelike, like some of the remasters, stuff like that. So definitely a healthy year for games on PlayStation. Very excited about that, especially as a multi-platform person. And then there are games I'll get to way in the future, Monster Hunter, stuff like that. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's just, God, the Sony thing is so weird because there's so many good games coming to the platform. Nothing's missing it except for like first party Nintendo. And then you get like, then you end with Housemarque, who I with no gameplay. Why wouldn't you save the Housemarque thing for later when you have gameplay later this year? What are you doing? Anyways, I think my young has woken my sleeping dog, but yeah, 30 minutes on the dot. I'll try to, you know what, you've seen some of the trailer behind me. I'm trying to not get bogged down in all the editing. You got me yelling at Kotaku a little bit, all types of things. So thank you so much for making it this far. I've really been having fun making content on this channel, and I do love doing these quick and dirty reactions. I've done some that are like this that are a little bit longer, that's going, announcement by announcement. I've gone some that are top 5 or top 10. So let me know which you prefer. Do you you're probably either gonna love or hate me trying to decide my top 5 on the fly in front of you and just babbling a lot about that Octopus game. I think it was interesting thought experiment, but it kind of shows like what games jumped out at me, and then by proxy shows how many good games there are. That Borderlands 4 is just outside the top 5 to me is insane, because it looks stunning. It looks like beautiful, action packed. So I'm excited to hear a lot more about some of these games, get some more release dates as the years go on. But thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully we get a Nintendo Direct to react to soon, or a Pokemon Day or something like that. But thank you so much. Tune in for more videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Bye.